Afternoon, comic fans! Welcome back to Comics in 5 Minutes. I'm your Ever-Loving Shorty, and I'm kind of breaking my usual rules a little bit and reading something before it comes out. Which I don't like doing. I feel like it's unfair to people who don't own a comic book store. But this rule, I think I can get away with because there's a loophole. Quarantine Comics. This is the guy that does Ice Cream Man, Maxwell Prince, or W. Maxwell Prince, should I say, was putting out during the quarantine. He was putting them up on Comixology. They were pretty damn cheap. There was a bunch of them. You got some guest writers and artists and stuff like that. So technically, if people want to, they could have already read them by now. I mean, you have to pay for them through Comixology, but it means I'm not quite cheating. And it means I get to review an extra one this week, and then I should get another 3 done Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, maybe even one on Saturday if there's still anything left. There's a few this week, but this one is one I've been looking forward to myself. If you don't know, Ice Cream Man I rated very, very highly the year it came out, and I've been reading every issue as they've dropped. Now, with a horror anthology kind of thing, even with an overarching theme and repeat characters, any kind of anthology runs the risk of not maintaining like a very high quality. Ice Cream Man, like the worst I can take is every once in a while they spend a lot of time dealing with the fact that there's 2 like characters, the Ice Cream Man and his nemesis, the Cowboy, and they apparently have some like really long drawn out, almost intergalactic level backstory. And every time they are the focus of an issue, like their struggle is the focus of an issue, it really kind of slams the brakes on the really nice, creepy horror that they do throughout the rest of it. This one, thankfully, doesn't do that. Yes, the Ice Cream Man makes an appearance, more than one, in fact, but just as an almost unstoppable force of weirdness rather than anything like he's not engaged in some long, drawn-out battle of wills for the good of humanity, or life in general, which is what appears to be the main thing for their characters. Instead, what we have is a bunch of tales. And when you're dealing with an anthology, and this specifically is an anthology, there's, I think, 10 different mini comic books in this, so you're getting your value for money, absolutely you are. But it's kind of hard to tell you like just how good and great and not great that is as a whole, because each one is different, especially when you've got a bunch of different creators. So, how do I review this with only 2.5 minutes left? First off, the W. Maxwell Price stuff is great. It's everything you want it to be. It starts out with something that's actually just a sonnet, although maybe not an accurate sonnet form, says the poet in me. But it jumps between what's it like for him during quarantine, and yes, he is a character in it, and what it was like for Shakespeare. But then it goes to the one afterwards, which is some kind of Garden of Eden thing with the actual god, which was and the serpent, which is the Ice Cream Man, which is an odd little take. And then there's my favourite one of his, the Convention of All the Mics, which is one guy looking into a mirror and imagining all the various people he has been over the course of his life as people at a convention. That he is one person, but he is that entire conglomerate of other people into the one person. That was weirdly scary. It shouldn't be, but he's got a great knack for this kind of thing. And there's some other stuff in there, and that's fine. Then you get to these ones by other people. And these ones, it's kind of harder to judge because you've got different writers and different artists on them. There's an Al Ewing one, which is just delightfully weird, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. But my favourite one, I apologise, I'm going to have to check who did this one. Trying to remember the artists and the creators. Oh, they don't have titles. Isn't that convenient? Mean Tickle Up Harsin by Benice Camp and Artyom Topilin. And yeah, that is a very strange title there for it, but it is amazing. It's unpleasant, it's creepy, it has a sense of something else going on rather than what you're seeing. It's done through silent observation when the thing that you're looking at isn't even the story. It ties in so many little things that I love that you can get away with horror, and especially with horror comic books, where you can play with form and have a bit of a laugh with it as well. And I think that was absolutely amazing. There's one about some guys, a model village, which is all kinds of creepy. And jumping back to the main thing, there's also one which just has an excellent 9-panel grid throughout the entire thing. And it plays off what the guy is seeing through his own eyes and what he's hearing. He is a silent observer in his own story. And that is absolutely fantastic as well. So I've tried my best to review a very complicated thing here in less than 5 minutes, and I do apologise if it's not the best review I've ever done, but I will end by saying it is absolutely brilliant. And not only is it worth buying for the talent that is involved in it, and the main guy who's put out like a consistently good horror comic book for years, as I say, even the ones that aren't great, they're only not great because they veer away from what I love about horror. the other people involved, him involved, the art history, and the fact that it also helps out comic book stores that have been struggling through COVID-19. Absolutely worth you picking this up. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a comic book struggling through COVID-19. Anyway, that's it from me. I'll be back tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.